everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Shan. If you don't know, before you go any further, what I need you to do is make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out some of the other videos, share this video, and like it at the end. And now let's jump into the content. Welcome back to my channel. Today's upload is just going to be an update video giving you information on how second semester of school is going and how and also to provide you with an update on how second trimester was going for me. And I want to just say that today is like not a special day. Normally I come on and I'm just like really relaxed, like sometimes looking a little crusty, but today was one of those days where you like kind of wake up and you're like, wow, I want to comb my hair today. Wow, I want to put on some lip gloss today. So that's pretty much what I did. Nothing special happening today. Regular school, studying, stuff like that. Just decided that when I came home, so I didn't have time to do this when I got up, just to make myself look presentable, because every now and then, you know, we want to feel good, and sometimes you find that just by putting on some lip gloss, you feel spectacular. Like on some exam days, I just will go to school and I will get a little glammed up, just to make myself feel better as I'm going through different exams. But enough about that, back to the update. So as I probably mentioned, we've been in school about 3 weeks now, or a little bit over 3 weeks, and we're approaching an exam block. And for those of you who don't know, I am in medical school. I am a second year medical student. In one of my previous videos, I mentioned that I entered my medical degree program in 2016. So technically, had I not added an additional year, I would have been a third year medical student now in clinical rotations. However, I made the decision to reduce my load so that it will be more manageable, and I'll be able to do my best to learn everything I needed to learn through our curriculum. So I am in my second year, a second time around. The only thing that's different now is because we're in the second semester, a lot of the classes and a lot of the course material I've never seen previously, so this is like foreign territory for me. So I'm just trying to, you know, get a grasp on everything and make sure that I'm understanding this material, because for me, repetition is key, and it's always good when I've seen material before, whether in passing or through a video or previous educational experience. But most of this stuff is something that I've never actually been tested on in a medical setting. Whew, I'm sorry guys, sometimes I get out of breath and that happens very frequently lately, so you're gonna find me catching my breath a little bit during this video, but just bear with me. So right now, majority of our coursework is on hematology
disorders, as well as different leukemias, different cancer types of the white blood cell and red blood cell lineages. And it sounds a little boring, and sometimes it is, but it's very helpful and useful for me as a future medical physician
to have this type of information. And again, it is like really hard to learn in class, because it's not something that's like just jump out on the page exciting to kind of go over, because it's a lot of technical terms, it's a lot of markers, a lot of read on. So let me see what else is going on with school meetings. I mean, it's school right now is pretty much not very exciting. A lot of students are getting in the routine of preparing for their boards. Our boards until the summertime, but every in-course exam, every in-course lecture is supposed to help us prepare for those boards. I personally have a question bank that I'm supposed to use, and I say supposed to because I haven't been able to get a schedule down like I want to make sure that I'm able to keep up with in-class work and to keep up with board prep. So if you are a medical student or in the medical field and you just so happen to be watching this video, you have any tips on ways that I can balance being a student and also making sure that I prepare for my board exams, that would be great. Definitely leave a comment below with that information. This block, I will say I'm happy I give myself a pat on the back, because I've had a lot of health challenges lately, so being able to get up and still go to school is something that I'm definitely blessed with. So that's pretty much it with school. Again, we have a test block coming up, so prayers with me that everything goes smoothly, because again, this is material that's really dense. What is next? So let me give you an update on second trimester. So that was second semester, now second trimester. Second trimester, whoo, Lord, was it something else. So first trimester was morning sickness and not necessarily morning sickness, but just random in the daytime sickness. It was me not wanting to eat, not having an appetite, losing weight, feeling very lazy at times, not wanting to do anything, going to class and just being really tired and just having low energy all the first trimester. Second trimester, I gained my energy back, but I started experiencing a lot of health issues. So there's been several health complications. Unfortunately, I have been to my OBGYN quite often. During my second trimester, during that time, I kept having sinus tachycardia. My heart rate was extremely high. So she referred me to a cardiologist. My first cardiologist didn't really do anything, just saw me, didn't take any labs, didn't do any testing, and just pretty much kind of looked at me and was like, you're fine. My OBGYN wasn't satisfied with that, so she referred me to a different cardiologist where they evaluated me. They did an EKG, they did an echocardiogram, and then they, talked about the results with me, and I have to follow up with them before I deliver to make sure that everything is all right. The perinatal associates that I see.
And perinatal is a division of obstetrics and gynecology where they look at more high-risk pregnancies. Not necessarily high risk all the time, but they just look at pregnancies where the OBGYN decided that, hey, I want you to check this patient out, make sure they're okay, make sure there's no abnormalities in the baby, make sure the mom's okay. So because of some of the health issues I've had.
I've seen them a few times now, and pretty much first time it was because there was a finding on my ultrasound for my baby, and they found something and they wanted me to follow up with it. That was fine. I had a really good conversation with the physician that I met, and my second time was because my doctor, I presented at an ultrasound and I had excess amniotic fluid, and my doctor was concerned with that, as well as the fact that my baby was measuring larger than normal for the weeks that I was at the time that I received the measurements. So followed up with them, and so I just have to keep following up. The biggest issue that I've had is that I have a lack of energy. Most of the time I'm short of breath. I could be sitting down doing nothing and I'm short of breath. I could be, walking up the steps or, trying to walk and talk, and that's a no-no. Like, walking and talking can't happen, unfortunately. So what else? I had an ER visit where I spent about 7 or 8 hours in the ER till like 3 a.m. in the morning on a class day because my OBGYN thought that I might have a clot or a thrombus in my leg, and it might turn into a PE, which is a pulmonary embolism. And with those, it's like, unfortunately, people who suffer from those tend to die immediately. So she was very concerned, and I went to the hospital, and unfortunately when I went there, they were there monitoring the baby, and when it came time to kind of check on me, it was like, oh, okay, no swelling in your legs, you're fine, so no labs. And again, my doctor's a little bit disappointed in that, based on the experiences that I've had recently, and then not even just these experiences, the life experiences that I've had with family members and friends. It's so important for you to be able to advocate for yourself, and if you know someone that isn't in the mind state or isn't capable of advocating for themselves medically, that you be a support system to them, because sometimes in the medical field or in any type of situation, physicians are still people, and whether or not it's an error on their part, an error of someone else's, they overlook things. So it's always good to advocate for yourself, to make sure you're saying, hey, can you test me for D-dimers, which is something that they look for when you have clots and thrombi and things like that. Or, hey, can you check my blood pressure again? Or, hey, if you notice that someone's taking your blood pressure or taking your vital signs, and they take them and they just write them down and don't say anything, hey, ask them, hey, so what was my blood pressure? What was my respiration? Or what was my pulse? Because that information is good for you to know. Even if you're not 100% knowledgeable on what it is, make sure that you're holding your healthcare providers and healthcare staff accountable, that they're educating you along the way while they're providing you with your healthcare services and needs. And sometimes in the medical field, I find that I'm either overly critical of people, or I sit back and I'm just quiet, and I'm trying to be more vocal, again, not just for myself but for other people as well, because I tend to sometimes be more vocal for family members than I am for myself, and I have to be more assertive in this process, especially when every time I read an article there is an increase in mortality rates for African American women when they go into labor, when they go into the hospital for complications due to pregnancy or post-pregnancy. So that this experience has definitely kind of made me, you know, knock on the head, be more vocal about your needs, be more aware when things don't feel right, or when you don't feel like the service that you're getting is what you need to address what your concerns are. But that pretty much kind of summarizes my health challenges thus far. So I've just, you know, I've been on the struggle bus lately, but I've been trying to just stay positive and stay optimistic, and knowing that, you know, my health complication issues are just because I'm probably a little out of shape and not anything serious. It's been a very interesting journey during this pregnancy, and I definitely didn't have any issues during my first pregnancy. So it's like the opposite side of the coin, and I'm just, you know, learning as I'm going. And as a future physician, it's definitely very helpful for me to go through experiences like this, so that when I am providing patient care and being with my patients, that I'm also advocating for them and making sure that I'm providing them with the care that I would want to receive as a patient. I'm trying to be as healthy as possible and as active as possible while I can, especially with school and everything like that. While I can, because there's going to be a time when I get closer to my due date, and even after my due date, when I won't be able to be as active, and I won't be able to go to school or attend class as much as I would be. Of course, I'm definitely not going to miss any mandatory classes unless I absolutely have to, and then of course I would have to have a medical excuse for that, or some type of excuse. Those have been my health challenges for the second trimester. I am just excited, honestly, for my due date to get here, so that be one step closer to being on the other side of pregnancy. And I actually am excited to have an infant to change diapers and things like that, because pregnancy for me has not been the most exciting thing, but it is a blessing all in all. So that has been my second trimester update, and earlier was my second semester update, and I appreciate everyone for watching this video. And so right now I'm at the point where I'm trying to kind of buy things here and there. I have been out the loop for almost, let me see, I've been out the loop as far as being a mom to a small child for like 11 plus years. So any suggestions that you have, whether it's on diapers, bottles, wipes, breast pumps, child care, you know, how to balance life with an infant, just, you know, anything, leave them below. I would love to hear feedback from you. I appreciate everyone for taking time out to watch this video. Thank you. And what else did I have to say? Another thing is that I am approaching my 1-year anniversary of being on YouTube, or when I uploaded my first video. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my channel. Thank you to everyone who has liked the video, shared a video, made a comment. I really do appreciate all of your interactions and all of your support. I upload videos on YouTube because it provides me with an outlet for my everyday life. Like, this gives me something to do outside of what I'm supposed to do every day, the mandatory tasks, the things that are like things that you know, have to do as a student, have to do as a mom. And I find it entertaining and I find it fun. And I thought, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, so why not upload some of my own? So again, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to check out my videos and leave a comment. And just following me along my journey. I hope to be able to share more content with you. I would love if you have any ideas of videos you'd like to see, then please do that. I do have some upcoming videos that I'm going to post. I'm going to do a gender reveal video later on. I actually bought a lot of clothes from this website, and I did a review on them, and it'll kind of tell you in the video what my gender of my baby is based on the clothes that I bought. So I'm going to upload that later on, probably sometime in a few weeks after my shower. And I also have some upcoming ideas just to show you what it's like to be pregnant in medical school and have a 5th grader. So I hope that you tune in for the upcoming videos, provide me with any type of support, feedback, or anything. And remember to like and subscribe. So before you go, do that, please. Thank you. And again, I hope you all enjoy your holiday weekend. MLK Day is on Monday. If you have time, please go out and do something for someone else, help someone else, volunteer, anything like that on this holiday. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, remember you can leave them below or you can email me. My email address is in the description box. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. Bye-bye.